Brian, thank you so much for having us here. We're very grateful for the opportunity to speak to you. I wanted to ask, first of all, what was Lucas Aerospace?
Well, thanks for coming along, because it gives me the opportunity to, promote what we were doing and also look to the future. What was Lucas Aerospace? Well, Lucas Aerospace was a company which was a part of Lucas Industries. Lucas Industries had been established in, when was it, 1860, by a man called Joseph Lucas, who started the company off by selling paraffin off a handcart. So you can see he came from very humble background. The man came from very humble background, and Lucas Industries. And it grew to a point of 80,000 people, employing 80,000 people, mainly in the car trade, providing batteries and also brakes and electrical equipment for cars. That's how the main part of Lucas Industries was. But in the 60s, they established a division, Lucas Aerospace, which came out of probably Frank Whittle. He involved in the development of the jet engine. So Lucas were involved in that at the very early stage, and Lucas Aerospace, if you like, came out of that sort of that work that they were doing then. It's employed 11,000 people. It was spread over 17 different sites, geographical sites, and that was Lucas Aerospace, and it made aerospace components across the range, providing from where I worked in Birmingham. We got 5 sites in Birmingham, and where I worked, there was what they call the engine management division, which was pumps and control systems for Rolls-Royce engines, mainly Rolls-Royce engines. That gives you a taste. Like in Wolverhampton, they provided actuators for the flaps and that, So there's a different range of components provided by all these factories within Lucas Aerospace. So that's Lucas Aerospace, if you like, a picture showing you where it came from, Lucas Industries, and Lucas Aerospace, how it evolved. My politics developed as a consequence of having a family, and putting bread on the table, sort of thing, and seeing the unfairness of how it was within industry. That's what brought my politics about. Because as soon as you walk in the door of a factory, all democracy goes out of the window, you see. So you've really got no say in what's going on. I mean, they have these tin pot suggestion schemes where if you say this is a better way to produce a widget, and you put the suggestion in and you get £2 out, they give you that as a reward, if you like, for making a suggestion to improve the production process. But there was no way in getting involved in the way the company was run. And that was a necessity for trade unions, wasn't it, Kareem? That was why they came about, because that was the counterbalance to the power that management had got within these large companies. So, and then I became, it was the thing to do to join the trade union when you were employed there, and I did. I joined the union, and then became involved more. And the reason I came involved was because where I worked, you've got 2 sets of workers, if you like. You've got the staff workers and you've got the manual workers. And the staff workers have got, if you like, a few more privileges than the manual workers. They've got sick pay scheme. They get paid sick when they're off sick, where the manual workers didn't, and they also had a better pension scheme. So I could see that didn't seem fair. I was working on the manual side then. I was working on the shop floor, and you think, well, if I go off sick, how am I going to pay for the mortgage? How am I going to pay for the kids and whatever? So I got involved in the union on that basis, really, that I wanted to bring about change and equalise out this these different sort of conditions of service that people were operating under. And as a result of that, it grew. My interest in the trade union movement grew, and I became a member of the Labour Party, and so my politics were formed as a consequence of being in a factory and being involved in a situation where it seemed unfair, and the only way to even it up was by being a trade unionist.